Hi, this is Chaz Palminteri, and if you're thinking about getting your eyes done, the only person to see is Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada. I flew all the way from New York to be here, and Dr. Rothman did my eyes. And all I could say is, it's a miracle. I could see. You see Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada.
From the Strip in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Pub Crawl, where each week we struggle to recall our adventures in and around Las Vegas, giving a unique perspective on the best places to tear it up in the entertainment capital of the world. Now, without further ado, here are your hosts, Alicia and David Ivey.
Hey there, and welcome to Pub Crawl, the best source of Vegas-y drinking goodness. I'm Alicia.
I'm David, and this week we did a humongous crawl, a 3-day crawl. I'm amazed at what we could pull off. Our doctor is amazed at what we could pull off.
Yes.
He wasn't amused.
At what we could pull off.
Yes. I got to go back in for my results Friday morning.
So next week we'll have doctor results.
Tomorrow, next week's cocktail of the week is going to be like
water.
Metamucil and water. Like, energy drink. I mean, I bet it's going to be like.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, what happened is
we're doing an experiment. What can 4 years of partying in Vegas do to your body?
So, but first,
welcome the live studio audience, and welcome the live chat room.
You know, if you'd like to get a hold of us, pubcrawl@vegasvideonetwork.com is how our email works. That's not really how our email works. That's how you get to where our working
That's how
email
you make
is.
it work.
Yes. Twitter. I changed my Twitter, and I didn't tell you guys. Well, I had to. It's a whole thing. I'm Trek Vegas now.
But you can also.
But the whole network is Vegas Video Network. You can get those guys there. But I'm Trek Vegas. It doesn't matter. You still type in David Ivey, and I'm the man. You know what that reminds me? Out there somewhere in internet land is 3 guys named David Ivey. They have a total of 14 followers combined.
Combined?
But they took the name. I want to write them and go, hey, look, don't you know who I am? Oh, yeah. I got 6,000 followers. You've got 7, but you've got the name. They all, ooh. But you know, their name's David Ivey, so how uncool could they be? They would be cool, right? They'd be like, oh, dude.
Well, they're going to say to you, do you know who I am?
They'll take D, or whatever their middle name Ivy is, and you can have, because you're so awesome.
Well.
That wouldn't work?
It might. You can always try.
In lieu of a cocktail of the week, we're drinking extremely strong beer.
Not that one per se, though.
Well, we're drinking this one now. But we had something that Sam brought in that knocked me on my bootay.
Oh, good.
It was one of them 8-point beers. We can't even talk about it. But this beer is a Salamander Salvador.
Apollinaire Salvatore.
This is good. We got an English beer in honor of the Olympics.
I don't even know if it's English.
It looks English. There's a guy with a wig on it and a monk. That's what I thought it was English.
So that was that was our attempt to honor the Olympics.
Well, we were going to get Olympia because it's Olympic beer, but then we'd have to drink Olympia, and I don't think that's very good. And we couldn't find it anyway.
No, we looked for it. Oh, well.
Anyway, without further ado.
Oh, I have a drunk term of the week?
Oh, heck.
I do. Okay. Let's lay it out.
Speaking of England and the Olympics.
Honoring the Brits, this is a queer in the attic. So that basically that means being drunk, because the attic in British slang is your head.
Right.
So you're crazy in your head from drinking. So
makes sense, because toys in the attic is a term they use over there. Doesn't that mean you're crazy in the head too? You have toys in the attic?
Oh, does it?
Bats in the belfry?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Right.
But this is from being drunk.
Right, so you're queer in the attic.
Crazy things. There you go.
Well, speaking of that, we should start our adventure where we got very queer in the attic.
Right.
And the basement. Oh! Pub Crawl Adventure! Let's do it. Clean it up. Sure is hot in here. Can't have the air on because it messes with our microphone. Speaking of doctors, we were talking about a doctor. I did a blood test 4 years ago, right before we moved here. Literally like 2 weeks before we moved to Vegas. Mm-hmm. I cannot
A physical.
Wait. A physical and a blood work and everything. I can't wait to see what's going to happen after 4 years of living here. Because here's what we did this weekend. We're just gonna lay it out. Here's what happened.
And Scott always says that we made a deal with the devil, so we're gonna see.
Well, wait till next week, and we're drinking Metamucil and vitamin water. And, well, the devil caught up.
We'll see.
So what happened was, around Thursday or Friday, I'm perusing the internet. I belong to House Seats. You don't know what House Seats is? It's one of the many sites that you subscribe to, and when seats come up for all the Vegas shows, you get seats. We mentioned it last week because we got Jabberwocky tickets last week. Same thing. I used the little plug-in that says, "Hey, there's a new change on that website." So I went and looked. This week, I was like, "Holy smoke!" At the Hard Rock Pool of all places, there's a bunch of punk bands playing. Which I was like, "Hey, let's go!" No Effects, who we kind of like, Authority Zero, which we ended up really liking, Unwritten Law, which we like, and there's a bunch of bands. We're like, "Let's go!"
And a Kottenmouth Kings.
Well, okay, so this is a whole. So we'll get to that.
It's a big pot night.
Yeah, so
not really our thing.
So it was Friday night. I got tickets. They're free because I've already subscribed. These are just if they've got open seats, they throw them at these websites. Like, well, let's go. Show starts at 7. Get off work. Get kind of dressed to whatever extent we have to get dressed to go to the Kottenmouth Kings, and then run to the Hard Rock Pool. Now, Kottenmouth Kings and who else played? The Dilated Peoples.
Yes.
You get like kind of an underlying theme here.
I'm kind of catching the theme. I can tell the people going to the show because it was like a bunch of Rastafarian types walking down the street with big old dreadlocks. Actually, you fit in pretty well there.
Right. Well, you can see, look at their website. I mean, it's like, well,
Peoples.
Peoples.
The Dilated Peoples.
It's a good band name, isn't it?
Yeah,
Dilated
no, it's really
Peoples.
cool.
That's a really good band name. So we get there and they're all doing that. But they're doing it kind of in a punk rock sort of way, and like, let's get high, and brother, woo, and it was kind of a drug thing, and which we don't do. It's for no other reason than I just don't like it. But it was like, oh, but it was just, you're right, smoking. It was really fun. It was 100 degrees, sun's out. It was like 7 o'clock at night. Everybody's running around high. It's in the pool, so they play. There's only like 30 feet, and then the pool. People are in the pool.
It was kind of cool too because it wasn't that night. It was the next night. They had a mosh pit going on right in front of the stage, and there's only like this much room between the stage and the end of the pool. So you had the bouncer bodyguard guy standing right there pushing people, so they don't fall in the pool. Because can you imagine what would happen if they fell and hit their head with a lawsuit?
Yeah, but it was really cool. It was kind of a really cool laid back kind of thing. Not because it was this pot night, it's because it's outside at the pool during summer. Which is awesome.
And you can swim, you can go in there.
Oh yeah, if you're wearing your suit, you can go right in. There was a fight right off the bat, which I thought was odd because everybody was so mellow. But there was a fight right there in front of us, and I realized.
And we got split in the crowd.
But that's when I realized that we're kind of badass because we had a couple beers and we'd already been inside the Hard Rock.
At that one bar with the acoustics that we were there.
The main bar at Hard Rock. Well, what we learned is we checked on Foursquare. And, well, first off, we got 2 shots, 2 beers, $30 or whatever. You know how the Hard Rock is. It's just like any strip property. But then you checked in on Foursquare, 2-for-1 drinks at Lux Bar, which is the other bar at the other. Who cares where it is? To go over there and get one. So we did that. So we had a few drinks by this point. We had all night ahead of us. So, but I thought it was neat. We had our drinks. We're walking around by the pool. And 2 guys started fighting. And I swear to God, my reaction was,
And then we both walked away and we just watched.
And they're like rolling around. You could hear them slap that slap sound. They're just beating the crap out of each other. And the security came like, excuse me. Like, don't spill my beer, sirs. And it was really fun.
Like us, sir.
Yeah, so the bands came on. We're like, well, whatever. And then we're like, let's go over to Double Down. Woo! So we wanted out of there. So we walk over to Double Down, which is a block away. Walk by this new English pub called, I'm afraid to say it. I'm going to say it bad and get bleeped.
Firkin.
Frikin. Frikin. Right. It's an English pub. that we went into, and I'm not going to talk about because
we need to do another review or go back in again and check it out because it was before their official opening, and we don't want to give a bad review.
Right. So we'll go back once they're officially open and got their.
And we can officially give them a bad
review. So we walked by that, went into Double Down, which is always stinky and fun and great, and they had real punk bands playing, and that was great. That was great.
No pot band.
No pot. It was just, and so they were like, let's get pizza. So we're like, I got the munchies from all the contact highs. So it's like, we drove out to Fireside Lounge, just way out by the M. And when I think about why the hell did we drive all the way out to the M, I guess we just had nothing to do. Like, well, it's 2 in the morning. I got a video shoot at 8:30 in the morning. Let's stay out all night. I don't know what we were thinking. We went out to Fireside, which actually is pretty awesome. We reviewed it like a year or so ago. And it was, what a hip crowd for being way out in the sticks.
I think it's one of the coolest spots to hang out on that side.
Right up by the end.
Locals.
We got a pizza that I got to say, I'm proud of our ordering tactics. Because we're like, I want to be in New Orleans. You're like, me too. Let's get pizza that's New Orleans flavored. Like, yeah. So we're like, you have andouille sausage? Yeah, put that on the pizza. You got shrimp? Yeah, put that on there too. You got ham? Put that on there. New Orleans pizza, woo!
And it was good.
It was amazing. We're like, oh my God, we totally scored.
It almost tasted like an All That Jazz sandwich that they have. It's very famous in New Orleans.
Right, but it was, so that was great. So, but hey, I got a video shoot. Let's pile on a bunch of carbs and go right to bed. So that was great. So we ate an entire pizza. I was talking to, the next morning when I was at the video shoot, I was talking to my bass player, Rich, whom I love to death, and was talking about him and his friend, Stoner Steve, and you've seen Stoner Steve, he's a huge guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
And Rich is a big guy. They went out and went to PT's one night, and they're like, we can't do that very often because we ate all but one piece of pizza. And I'm like,
why do we finish everything?
We finish ours. And I'm like,
we're ravenous, that's why.
Like, oh my God, we go out, we never leave any pizza.
That's a crime.
Oh, like maybe we should. Anyway, so Saturday we wake up, we had tickets again to go back to Hard Rock. So I had to do a video shoot all day, blah, yada, yada, yada. We're like, let's go to Hard Rock. It's now 4 o'clock. Went to one of our favorite places, Pink Taco.
Yes.
Extremely overpriced, but actually pretty good. Pink Taco in the Hard Rock. I checked in at Nobu. I cheated.
I can't believe
So I've never cheated on Foursquare before, but I'm like checking in. Yes. Like everybody thinks I'm rich. So like I've never.
I still can't believe you did that.
You can. It's right next door. Anyway, so like.
Cheater.
Funny thing is, it's not like Pink Taco's cheap. Anyway, we learned a lesson. Well, no, not a lesson, but a lesson we've talked about before. Always sit at the bar. Here was a great reason. Now, tonight, or that night at Hard Rock, it wasn't Kottenmouth Kings. This was No Effects, Unwritten Law, Authority Zero, and some
more like
terrible band. X Pistol.
Yeah.
If you're a punk band, don't call yourself X Pistol. I shouldn't say that. They'd kick my butt. But it's like, that's kind of not a very
You said you're tough. You could take it.
Oh, yeah, I can. I'm tough when other people are fighting. When other people are fighting, I can be like totally tough. Anyway, so the place is packed. The line for Pink Taco's out the door, all the way down the hallway, and we do the thing, which is just walk right through, by between everybody, go right to the bar, and 2 seats just open up. We sat at the bar. The line was like an hour long to get.
We're lucky that way.
But I'm like, why don't these people sit at the bar? They gotta have a table. What's it? Their anniversary? Sit at the bar. You know, I don't understood it. Like. We always say, sit at the bar. Your server's right in front of you.
What is it, a special night?
Yeah, is it Mother's Day? I mean, why you can't sit at the bar? You know, they're like, oh, it's like all of a sudden it's Lady and the Tramp, and they have to sit at the little table with the spaghetti, the meatball. Yeah, like, come on. So we go in there, get our chips, get guacamole. We had chip dinner. That's all we had. We didn't even eat later.
No. Well,
that was a good night.
I think we were so full from the last night.
We should have been.
Yeah.
We got chip dinner, which is what you call it, so when we just have a bag of chips for dinner. Then we go back into the pool. Now it was twice as packed.
It clearly was not our anniversary. I'm like, oh, chip dinner again?
Sitting at a bar, eating chips.
It's great.
What's guacamole? So then now we go back out to the pool. It's jumping. Twice as many people. Authority Zero was awesome. Stole the show, I thought.
They were good. They were better than No Effects.
Yeah, well, we were not big No Effects fans. But I mean, No Effects is good. But so packed, jumping, on fire. I mean, it was just, and now you're saying, it was the huge slam pit right up to the edge of the pool, at the shallow end. But I thought instead of stopping the pit, I thought it was cool that the bouncers just kept you away from the pool and just would push you back in.
Push you back in, yeah.
That was really cool.
But that guy looked real nervous. He was like, the whole time just jumping and getting ready to punch somebody.
Yeah,
I'm like, whoa, this guy's on fire. They should probably get a couple more guys out there just in case something happens.
He was cagey.
He was cagey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was punchy and cagey.
So
shifty too.
So we did the same thing. We got our 2-for-1 drink tickets at Lux Bar. Oh my God, modern technology. Remember the old days? You went to a concert and they would rip your ticket and give you the stub. Nowadays, they scan the little barcode on your ticket.
For this venue.
Well, this happened before, and then they give you back your ticket. So when you leave the venue, they go, are you coming back? Yes, I am. They scan it again, which kind of refreshes your ticket.
Scans you out.
Awesome. So you can go out and in and out and in. Which is good about that because we could get 2-for-1 drinks at Lux Bar, go out, and then come back in. The reason we did that, we walked up to the bar at the pool at the Hard Rock.
Yeah, this is insane.
Now, think about how many people go to Rehab. 10,000, right?
Which kind of rehab?
Well, the Rehab at the Hard Rock pool.
Okay.
See how I'm not even going to acknowledge that joke?
Oh, I thought it was funny.
Because Rehab is not funny because it's probably in our future. So I'm not even going to laugh about that joke. It's the reason you don't make fun of retarded children until after you've had a child.
Right.
Once you've had a cool, then
it's
game's on.
Bets are off.
But until you do that, karma is a bitch. You do not make fun of anybody. Right. And Rehab's funny when you're 80 and you never went. You're like, yo, Rehab, that's funny. Not in our case, Rehab's not funny. So we don't make fun of Rehab. So he's like, Rehab, like, no, the pool is called Rehab.
It was the pool. Clearly the pool.
So we go to the bar at the Rehab pool. We go, we want 2 drinks. He goes, do you want the $16 drink or the $30 drink? We go, what's the difference? Well, a $16 drink has 1 shot in it, and the $30 drink has 4. Well, that would be neither, sir. Are you kidding me? 1 drink is $16. Oh my God! So we're like, well, let's go back outside and get 2-for-1 at the Lux Bar that are 8, but you get 2 of them, they're 4. Oh my! So that's how we went back out. That's why we went out and came back in. And since we both check in on Foursquare, we both get the deal. So you could do it.
And they never actually redeemed it, which is kind of interesting.
It's not like Groupon. They don't have to. I guess you could just keep going to a different guy and get the whole nine. Well, the whole point on those kind of deals, those check-in deals, they just want you there. They don't really care. They're not making their money on their booze on the in the inside. Anyway. Great night. Then we had to go see some friends, not Friends Band, but Friends Club that had bands over Bikini Bar. And that was a strange night at that point. It was bizarre. It's funny at this point it's bizarre. Like where we draw the line was really interesting. Like, this is kind of odd at Bikini Bar.
It was odd.
Fun, but odd.
It was fun.
A couple bands from LA came in and they were, I don't know. Well, the first band was 2 guys with 2 drum machines. And they were good, and I have no idea what they were called. But it was just, if you could imagine Bikini Bar, so you've got, and it was kind of a freak show in a good way, like it was really, really spooky and industrial or whatever. And these 2 guys are standing there with drum machines, and it's just, that's it. And they're like doing this, it's like, and everybody's doing this, and it's like 40 minutes later, it's, and I don't know why I love this, but I do. But sitting over at the bar with like 2 old people just playing video poker, I'm like, they have to hate this. But there it is, like clickety, 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 like they didn't even know.
They're there to gamble.
It was crazy. So we hung out there, I was with some friends, and then I think we went home. Then Sunday, we wake up and like, let's do something wholesome. So we did. We're like, the week before we did the Da Vinci thing. This week, let's go to Siegfried and Roy's Secret Garden and Dolphin Habitat.
That was really nice.
I got to say, if I was a youngster and I lived that close to dolphins, you wouldn't have been able to, I would be there every weekend. I was shocked how much dolphin play you get. You know what I mean? Because like, you go to SeaWorld, there's dolphins there, but I mean, they come into a little show and then they split. and that's it. And then you can
here
wait around for the next show.
They kind of circulate the dolphins around different pools.
My God, you can just hang out with dolphins.
And you could. I didn't price it how much it was, but you can actually go and be a trainer.
Yeah, well, the trainer for the day program.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Maybe unless it's like $500. Anyway, it's at the Mirage, at the Mirage, and there's your beer.
Thanks. 500?
Well, I don't know.
Was it 500?
So to be the trainer?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm not saying it could be. Who knows?
Oh, I heard.
It's all day. They give you lunch and a polo shirt, so it's expensive.
A polo shirt?
No, think about that. They're going to give you a polo shirt? That's expensive. Anyway.
Yeah, because those are like $55.
For us, it was $16. Military and Vegas residents, which is kind of the same thing, get $16 to get into the thing. It's $19 normally. So you go in there, and it's Dolphin Central. It's like there's dolphins everywhere. And wait, there's baby dolphins.
Oh, how cute is that?
There's baby dolphins.
I was looking for their pacifiers, though, because there's billboards all over town.
That's only
with,
on the
the two boy dolphins with little blue pacifiers. Where's their pacifier?
Well, that was the big thing. One of them, the youngest one's not a year old yet, and when he was born, that was a big deal in Vegas.
It was.
I mean, it was billboards all up and down the 15 from the Mirage, and all it said was "It's a boy," and it was about their dolphin. It was like that's a pretty big deal.
And they're so cute.
Oh my God! It's like, well, I'm just gonna turn into Animal Planet all of a sudden. But the baby dolphins are like puppies. They play, so like they were jumping around and like doing spins and jumping and spitting, and it was like, oh my God, this is so great. So we're just dolphin. There's like 4 tanks, and you walk between them, and they're just and they don't rush you through. You can just hang out there.
Hang it all day.
Then you go in the back, and there's white tigers and lions and panthers, and like this was great. I was like,
this was about like 2 in the afternoon, so of course all the cats are sleeping, lounging.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's open at night.
It's pretty cool.
It was fantastic. There was one cat running around. You have to be a fan of testicles, just to let you know, because they are. When those guys get up, it's just ball central at the Secret Garden. Funny enough, hanging out at Siegfried and Roy's house and you see balls. That's just
kind of to be expected.
I'm not the first person to say that, but kind of hangy. Anyway, with the cat, you're like, oh, that cat is awesome. I hope he gets up and walks around. And he gets up, and I don't care who you are. You go, look at the balls on that guy. I mean, I'm sure everybody does.
Now all the kids were too like.
Well, yeah, because we have cats, and everybody has cats, but you fix your cats. Who's ever seen cat balls? And they're that big. So anyway, it was awesome. So then we went back into the dolphin thing. It was really hot. I don't know if it was the balls or just the heat, but I was kind of sweaty, and or sweaty when it comes to balls. And so that was great. So we're at the Mirage, and they're like, we were gonna eat before we went in. Now this is the plight of the Ivies that I don't think anybody understands. We're always on a diet, so we don't want to.
Gee, I wonder why.
Well, I know with all the pizza stuff. Well, that's why during the day we gotta really watch what we eat. But we're always really careful about what we eat. We don't want to eat too many. We don't want to waste our calories on something crappy. Is what I'm saying. So we're like, I'm hungry. You're hungry. Let's eat before we go in.
So we walk around for how many hours?
4 hours.
We walked around for 4 hours trying to figure out what we wanted to eat.
We actually sat down at places. We went into Isla. Kitchen wasn't open. We went into.
And speaking
Gillies.
of Isla, we gotta.
Oh yeah, we went into Gillies. That's like this isn't doing it for me. Went to First Bar and Grill. Not doing it. Went to Zeffirino's. Went to Odo. We walked into every restaurant and
read the menu and said,
no, I'm going to waste my. So anyway, after 4 hours, like, this is such a stupid idea because now we're starving. So we go, let's go to Legacy Stadium. That's it. We figured it out. Legacy Stadium. We'll watch Olympics, or Olympics as they call them. So we'll go. So we'll sit down at Legacy Stadium, and what do we want? We open it up. Pizza. Yeah, we don't get enough pizza. And you're like, I want a po' boy. So you get an oyster and shrimp po' boy, and I get a pizza. Mm-hmm. I'm not kidding. You got an entire sandwich, and I get an entire pizza.
It was huge.
And we ate everything.
Oh, you're hungry. We were starving.
Because we were starving. If we'd have went earlier, we could have got one of those things and split it. Legacy Stadium, I have a love-hate thing. The food is killer. It's really expensive. Really, really expensive. I don't like the sports book vibe they have there. Is
it too elite?
Yes.
Elitist?
It's like being in a rap video. It's really nice. Everything's way too nice for a sports book. I like the Hilton sports book. I like like an old man sports book, like cigars and newspapers and like a man. You know, this was like really way too fancy. I'm not a big fan. I'm not.
I think it would be really good for like parties and corporate events. I don't know. I think it's nice.
I mean, I'm not that sports fan, but there are those sports fans like, I like it when it's real and old and poor, and they have a point though, because see, I remember I used, being from Los Angeles, we used to go to the Fabulous, the Fabulous Forum, then the Great Western Forum, but still, it was this crappy, round, awesome arena that the Kings played and the Lakers played. Mm-hmm. They moved it to Staples Center, where it's 50% skyboxes with sushi bars, and that's not, and that's what I mean.
It doesn't feel like sports.
Exactly. Again. That's like, it's like, let's rebuild Lambeau Field, but make it with a Trader Joe's inside and a Whole Foods, and everything's organic. That would suck. You'd be like, we only serve organic hot dogs, tofu dogs. Like, well, that's not Lambeau Field. You can't, that's the vibe it has. If you don't mind that kind of.
I could get that.
Yeah, so I'm not, I kind of like more of a sporty kind of thing. The food is killer. And they actually had a not bad beer deal. We got a bucket of beers for $20.
20 for 5.
6?
6? Was it 6?
It was 6 beers.
That's not bad.
No, that wasn't bad. The only problem is they put them in a bucket. It's like, can you just give us 2 and then 2 and then 2? You have to give us all of them so they're warm by the time we...
There was ice in the bucket.
Yeah, but it was melted by the time we finished. Which was funny because I was like, well, it was 3 beers each. Yeah, but not beer. Beer slows us down. But I thought it was a great deal. The food was a fortune. It was like $60, $70 or something. It was a lot. So, but it was good though. The Olympics weren't that good at that point, and the biggest group of idiots I've ever seen in my life were sitting next to me.
We saw a bigger group the other night.
Well, it's kind of an idiot gathering. I don't know what it was, but these were, I don't know what you call these people, Kardashians, like that kind of crowd, They were all real muscular. The chicks were really cute. The guys were all really ripped up. They're all very young. All their hats were really flat, Like
but the chick sitting next to you was talking to herself the whole time, right?
Right, yeah. Their hats were flat, kind of sideways, and they had a sticker on them. I don't know what you call those people, but that's what they were.
Guidos?
Guidos, I guess, yeah. It's very Jersey Shore. And the girl next to me, was talking to herself. Like, not because she was crazy, but because she thought they were listening, and she wasn't. I was like,
and nobody else was listening.
Yeah. She's like doing her comment, like, oh, well, I think blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, anyway.
Maybe she's talking to you. Maybe.
Anyway,
Maybe.
So we went to Laguanita Stadium. It was great. Then, all of a sudden, hey, we got free tickets to Absinthe. All right, we're not prepared, but let's go. So we went over to Caesars, but on the way over to Caesars, we stopped at Flamingo, watched some more Olympics, watched the girl from Colorado win the swimming thing. Went to Absinthe, the best show in Las Vegas. Second time we've been there. Absolutely the best show.
I love that show.
You did have a revelation. I did too. You always think, hey, when friends come into town, let's take them to Absinthe. No, ask yourself that. No, really.
No, I thought of that for a work thing.
Right.
And I almost did it. And then I went back again. I'm like, oh, yeah, these jokes were pretty dirty.
No, but I mean, they're not just dirty.
They're filthy awesome.
Yeah, no, it's a great show, but be warned. This is not.
It's not. You don't want to bring your mom or.
No, this isn't like Don Rickles dirty. There. This is like.
Awesome.
Brazzers dirty. Like, this is like dirty. This is. You know what I mean? Like, we can't even hint at the jokes they were making. It's still the best show in Vegas.
Funny, and everybody's cracking up.
Oh, people die.
I've never seen anybody get up. Well, the 2 times that I've seen it, get up and leave because they're offended.
Well, no. Well, they say right at the beginning, if you're offended by blah and blah and da 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 blah
get
and
up right now.
Blah, get out now. It's like, it's massively dirty, but really good.
Awesome.
So we did that, and then I don't know why we did that, but right after that, we walked over at midnight on a Sunday and had some tacos.
Tacos am good.
Man, they are. But we were right there at Bally's, and our favorite place, one of our favorite places in town is
$2 tacos.
Is the Tequila Bar and Grill at Bally's. $2 tacos, $2 Modelos, and $2 shots of tequila. It was a little too late on a Sunday, so I think we just got.
I just got tacos.
I think we got 3 each.
And hell.
So, I went home and went, why did we eat?
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a nice way to end the weekend.
It is, but you got to understand, that's my guilt comes from eating that. Yeah, but it was so good.
Get over it.
Their food is so good. Their food's
You
good.
only live once. Come on.
They do have the biggest nachos in town, and we have not had them yet. They're called the El Jefe, and they are like Miller's Ale House size.
I've seen them. Somebody ordered them, and they look pretty impressive.
Not even that expensive. I think they're like $12.
They look big.
So that was our Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It was a good weekend.
It was a very, very good weekend, which makes Monday all the worse.
Oh.
Anyway.
But it's Wednesday right now, so we're getting very close.
I know,
to
we're getting ready for the
weekend.
next weekend. So, today, by the way, is the 25th anniversary of Lost Boys.
Oh, yeah.
There's a big event going on tonight with cast members from Lost Boys that we're trying to not go to in about an hour. So, anyway, that was our pub crawl adventure. Let's take a break and come back with the last call.
Let's do it.
Oh, hi. I'm Kelly Clinton. That's stuff. I wonder if Joan Rivers is watching. Oh, please. Oh, my God. Who cares? I don't have a different one. You know who watches this show? Wayne Newton.
You got that right, Kelly. I think you're absolutely beautiful and talented young lady. 5, 6, 9, 12. Talk a shit.
More camera time for me. Hey, I wonder if Cher's watching. Oh, please. I have so many other things to do. Woo! Hi, I'm Kelly Clinton. I'm the host of Talk Tales, and you're watching the Vegas Video Network. That was horrible.
Dog a shade. Is that how he talks? I've never heard.
Talks like this.
Does he? I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard Wayne Newton talk.
Yes, you have.
No. I mean, I don't
He
doubt
sounds
it.
like that. He's got a high voice.
Does he?
Yeah.
He lives right down the street from us.
I
And
bet.
his house smells the most like cat pee I've ever seen.
It does. It reeks like cat. It must be the trees growing in his yard.
It's the trees, not the lions.
You drive. Maybe it's on animals. I don't know.
I mean, you can smell it.
There's certain times of
We
the
thought
year.
of calling the city. Like, hey, go talk to the newster over there. Ask him what is in
What
his...
is that? What are those trees he has?
But to be honest with you, I think it is some tree that he's got that has a very, that ammonia cat.
That musky smell.
Because it can't actually, I don't think he has cats. Right. Yeah. But it smells like cat pee.
I've smelled that smell in other places.
I know, it's not just his house, but right where his house is where we smell it. As
True.
we're cycling around the neighborhood. What? No one believes that? With our little weights and our
It's true, we do that.
leg warmers. I'm wearing my leotard. We're cycling. Got that one of those helmets that comes to a point in the back.
Aerodynamic.
Yeah, my aerodynamic helmet. I don't believe that. All right. Last call, where I might tell you how not to get knocked out, knocked up, thrown out, throw up, or thrown in jail in Vegas. Because that was perfect.
It was.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I
that's
have to
why.
read it. Because you brought up that I always say thrown up.
Yes, you do.
And the past tense of thrown up would be thrown up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Every single time.
right. We learned something in the last 2 weeks, and that is Siegfried and Roy's dolphin thing. What do they call that thing? The Shark Tank. We did
Secret garden.
We did the Shark Reef. We did that. We did the Da Vinci. You know, these things are not very expensive. They're under $20. And I'm shocked at how amazing they are. I was like, because we've kind of always, not that we've avoided these, we always thought, well, Vegas, gambling and booze and hookers, woo. But we don't, but actually this stuff is really amazing. People spend millions and millions and millions of dollars to make these awesome, and they are. I think there's a deal that you can go to Shark Reef, and what do you pick 3 of them?
You pick 5. You could
5.
You could do CSI, the Shark Reef.
Right, but if the
5
Shark
for 50, 55, I think.
Yeah, if Shark Reef and Secret Garden were in the same location, it would have been Marineland. I mean, literally, it would be like that cool, like except without the killer whales. But
Marineland.
you remember Marineland?
I remember that.
There's
but-
still Marinelands around.
Are there?
Ours is closed, but there
Oh, I thought they were all gone.
There's SeaWorld in San Diego, but
There's SeaWorld, but Marineland. Do you remember that? Okay.
Yes, Marineland on Palos Verde
Yeah,
Peninsula.
I got a Girl.
Forky and Corky,
I
the
got
whales.
a Girl Scout badge at Marineland.
Really?
I don't know why it was a Marineland badge. For
going?
going there? I don't know.
Well, but you guys must have been. You were a Girl Scout?
I was a Girl Scout. Temporarily.
You were a temporarily Girl Scout?
Temporary Girl Scout.
Were you temporarily a girl or temporarily a scout?
Both.
All right.
Okay.
But
It's called temporarily a girl.
we've made a pact, though. I think this week we're going to do Titanic, which we've never done, and
That
Bodies.
or Bodies. I don't want to do them both.
That's a little bit of a downer. You said something I thought was shockingly something the people at the Luxor should have heard you say, which is like, we're at Tacos and Tequila, which is in the Luxor on that second level. And you're like, we've tried to go there 5 times, and every time walked out like, I'm not digging it. We just leave. We don't even eat. We don't drink. We just leave. And the vibe is kind of bad. And I've never figured it out. And you went, well, duh, Titanic and Bodies are next door. You're sitting here and you're in a tomb. You're in the Black Pyramid, which is
like, I don't really feel hungry.
No, the pyramid is a tomb. That's what it was made as, right? So you're in this Black Pyramid, and the Bodies exhibit and the Titanic exhibits. It really doesn't inspire a lot of woo. It's more like,
yeah.
So I think you're right. I do want to see the Titanic, but yeah, it's kind of weird to do them both.
I don't want to do them both because I'm sure it's going to be, this big moving thing. You're going to feel horrible after you leave, and I don't want to feel doubly horrible.
Right, in New Orleans.
I'd rather feel horrible another day.
Right. Right outside the French Quarter in New Orleans is the D-Day Museum. And
that's a bummer.
Oh, did we make that mistake? We're in New Orleans, like, woo, Barty Club, we got beads, and we're like, yeah.
We're all scratch boards.
Yeah, we got our scratch boards and, alligators, and we're having a great time. Hey, idiots, let's all go into the D-Day Museum. Yeah, that'll be fun. Oh my God. If you could imagine the cartoon of us all walking in with beads and big long beards.
Tons of friends.
And like, woo, and there's like confetti flying, and then fast forward 3 hours and us walking out.
like red eyes.
Like, oh my God. I was talking about a buzzkill. The D-Day Museum. Buzzkill.
That was a great museum.
It's one of the best because they built all the Higgins boats there, right there, and that's where the Higgins boats are those boats with the ramp.
I know.
You were there.
But
that's I'm afraid of. I'm a little afraid of Titanic, but we're gonna go check that out next week. And I wanted to start doing all these little things. They're not little. All these major attractions in town.
Yeah, why not? They're right here.
I think that's so. When you come to Vegas, take time out.
You won't get thrown in jail. You'll be busy.
Right.
That's how that all ties in.
Right. Whoa, what are the blue lights?
I don't know why it's blue. That's weird. Yeah, I do have a question.
Sure.
And I don't know why the light is blue, but okay. Well,
I was like, what's blue mean?
Well, we'll do that later. I just thought I would throw out that crusty old fossil rocker who's been hanging with us tonight. It's been an active chat room, which is awesome. Right. Says that Bodies is awesome. Loves Bodies. Loves.
Now, Alicia, you've seen Bodies when it was on tour, right?
No, I saw it before it went on tour. The guy who created. Well, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. When I was going to UC Riverside,
right,
long time ago, and the guy who invented plastination was actually at the college, and he set up a booth.
Oh, really?
And he had it was like before he was probably working on all the exhibit, but so he had pieces of people. He had an old man's skull like here.
An old man.
Old man, and then he did the plastination of his whole head, and he did the cuts from here all the way through his ear. And he had all that displayed.
It was just a disc.
And it was a disc.
Right.
And he said, you can use it as a coaster.
Okay. So we have ever since.
So that's what we do. Right. No, he didn't sell them or anything. But so you can actually hold the pieces and look at them. He was showing the technology behind it and how he did it. Right. But it was pretty cool holding it because you could see the hairs in the ear and everything. And
it's a cross section. It was
like a whole cross section.
Yeah, it's this section, but it's like a disc.
He didn't have the whole bodies there, but he had body parts. And it was fascinating. It was really cool. I wanted to see it forever.
Was he in Silence of the Lambs?
No.
But that's a great thing.
He respects the bodies.
No, and it's a really interesting. There's like a whole horse cut in half, and we should go. But again, I agree with you. I don't know if we can come out of Titanic.
No, I don't want to do that.
Or a bunch of people, like thousands of people, lost their lives, and then go right into let's look at dead people.
And
let's go get tequila. It's like, I don't think. Let's go get chips and salsa, tacos and tequila.
Well, and to me, it's the same thing. Like, you wouldn't go and watch an awesome movie and then go right in and watch another awesome movie, would you? Back to back?
Right.
Wouldn't you want to just
or a sad movie, then a sad movie.
Or would you think about it for a while and kind of enjoy the day. I don't know.
So, but we are going to I wanted to go Titanic because I like Leonardo DiCaprio, and I hope he's in there. Did they add him like they added Jack Scout?
He might be in the bodies exhibition.
No, I was wondering if they added him into the like they did with Jack Sparrow into the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Did they add Leonardo into the Titanic?
They probably did. He's probably standing on the ship with the
Welcome to Titanic.
Welcome
to Titanic. Anyway, do those things. They're awesome. There's more to Vegas than slot machines and strippers.
And hookahs.
Not a lot more, but a little more. And it's their Titanic. We're going.
We'll go.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep using this town up till it's done using us up. So anyway, if you'd like to get all of us, pub crawl at VegasVideoNetwork.com. Pub crawl at VegasVideoNetwork.com. Twitter, I'm Trek Vegas. I gotta switch that up. But anyway, the network. Look at that! What? Trek Vegas.
Nice.
Look at that. Because I'm Star Trekky and I'm Vegas-y, I'm Trek Vegas. It's like taking a trip through Vegas. See how it works? And Vegas Video Network is Vegas Video Network on Twitter.
That's right.
I'm liking Twitter. I take breaks from Twitter, but I get back to it. I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Twitter likes you.
The problem with Twitter is I think it's more killer not while you're at work, like at 3 in the morning. I always come in the morning and I check it. Kind of like Facebook. It doesn't work that way. You're supposed to check Twitter like during the Olympics. It's like, oh, check out the blah, blah, blah. You know, it's kind of a, anyway.
Yeah. On that note, thank you, live studio audience. And thank you, as always, live chat room.
Chat room. And what else? Oh, Roku. I just activated my HBO Go account, so now Roku is running constantly. And we're on there. How cool is that you're like watching like Game of Thrones, True Blood, and Pub Crawl?
Nice.
I'm like doing this. It only takes one hand to use it, but I'm like, that's pretty awesome. iTunes, audio and video. YouTube, just video. KSHP. Oh, I was saying, you know what? KSHP AM on Saturdays is awesome, but you know what? It's always awesome. I've been listening to have it on like, if it's commercial, I'll check, AM radio, just keep going through. They have, I think I talked about it last week, they'll just have an hour where they just play commercials for bars and stuff. And you get like, I'm going to go there. Like, oh, I'm going to go there too. Like,
Vegas commercials.
That was really cool. It's like, oh, this bar's got this and this and this. I'm like, really? We got to go. Yeah, I'm going to write that down. Like, wow, that's pretty cool. But on Saturdays, afternoons, it's us.
Awesome.
And
check it out.
Pub Crawl does urge you to drink responsibly. Every once in a while, have a beer in between all your booze. Call it Trident Lager. And remember, and I don't even think we left much out this week. But we definitely did not make anything up. Until next week. Cheers! Watch the Olympics. Go USA!
USA!